on record, so that's not the concern. Get your teammates here, dude. Get everyone from your house here.
Oh, everyone from the house is here.
Yep, ping your house. Ask them to join the live stream. The numbers are growing up. Cool. Let's wait for. Can you guys get at least like 20, 30 people on from your houses? Just ping everyone on your house, tag everyone, and then we'll start. Sankalp will join us in a bit. He's caught up with something, so I'll be leading the entire thing. Okay, yeah. Before we do that, so Puru and MSG, you guys are from
Osiris.
Osiris. MSG, what's your full name?
It's Manjot Singh Gulati.
I can't hear you, man.
Manjot Singh Gulati.
Wait,
It's Manjot Singh Gulati. Manjot, could you
okay,
do
good.
something
Manjot.
to make your mic better? Could you like
Yeah,
change your headphones or
because
something?
otherwise we won't be able to hear anything.
I'll do something.
Cool.
All right, and we have Divyansh and Kunal from team Izanagi, right? Under the leadership of Himanshu, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, perfect. All right, guys. Okay, we have a decent number on the live stream, so I think it's a good idea to get started. So, welcome everyone to day 5 of the Avolympics. Today, we're going to have the second round of the debate. The round 1 of the debate was a fantastic debate. We saw a lot of really good arguments, a lot of really good points, and there was a lot of energy. It was really hard for both Sankalp and I to actually judge and give a winner. But in the end, we did that. But what we have to tell you guys today is you have a lot to live up to. The audience here, they're all looking forward to a fantastic debate, and we too are doing the same. We hope you guys live up to your fantastic names. All right, so before we get started, today I understand that we have, you guys have some special intros and some special get-ups prepared for our audience. So why not, let's start with Himanshu and Team Izanagi. Over to you, Team Izanagi.
I guess Kunal isn't there, or like I guess he went to fetch his water bottle so that
Okay, that was really bad timing.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, I'm audible.
Not that much, but yeah.
Now I'm audible.
Yes, keep it as close to your mouth as possible. Himanshu, get Kunal. Tell him to stop drinking water. Everyone's waiting.
Yeah, just a sec.
Okay, so someone's asking why don't we have the videos on? The videos are going to be on very soon. They have something crazy planned for you guys. So we're just waiting for them. But Kunal has gone for a quick water break.
He's just coming in a minute. He's
Okay, just give him a minute. He's getting ready for the entry. Everyone here, just give us a minute. We're almost going to start. Okay, Izanagi, if you don't reach in the next 30 seconds, we're going to have Osiris start. Sankalp, you're there, right?
Yes, I'm here. So guys, today I'll be more of a silent spectator. I'll be listening to your arguments and making notes. That's about it from me today.
Izanagi, where is Kunal?
Elson, just one thing before everything starts. Can I just know the way you will point, like give us points?
Okay, so why not let me explain. Yeah, makes sense. I'll explain what the format of the debate is for those of you who didn't attend the first round. So we're going to have 3 rounds and maybe one special round in between if we are up for a surprise.
Sure.
So we're going to have 3 rounds. The first round is going to be the standard format. And in this round, what happens is you're going to come in, one person Okay, you get to choose one person or two people. Both of you can share the time, but you have a total of 3 minutes each per team. Which means, so first, if I introduce Izanagi, you have 3 minutes in which either one person from your team or both the members from your team can present on the topic. All right.
Okay.
After this, we will have the second team present their views on that topic. Following which, you'll have another 3 minutes where you guys will engage in debate. Is that clear? That's the first round.
Debate in sense, you mean exchange of arguments?
Exchange of arguments, right?
All right.
So the first 3 minutes each are going to be uninterrupted speech time. You will not be interrupted by anyone during that 3 minutes when you are speaking for your team. Following which, after both the people have finished their uninterrupted speech, you're going to get the debate where you can argue, and there is no limitation in terms of who interrupts who. Cool? Cool? Got it?
Yeah, sure, fair.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
The second round.
Yeah, Elson,
Kunal, you're
am I
there?
audible?
Yes, you're audible. All right, guys. I think
Yes,
before
I'm
we
there.
start, I want you guys to, in fact, introduce yourself, and following which I will explain on the other rounds. So over to you, Izanagi. Please introduce yourself and switch on your videos.
पापा यहाँ से हटो, जल्दी हटो, जल्दी हटो. Hello.
Hello, guys. We are from here. It's me and Divyansh from team Izanagi presenting our house for the debate competition. Thank you.
And this is Kunal Dixit representing Izanagi for the debate competition.
All right. Wow, fantastic.
Nice
Why
to
are
see
you
you
guys dressed up this way? What exactly is your theme? What are you doing? Because people are like, what the fuck?
This is a kimono. This is a traditional dress worn by Japanese people. Lol.
All right. So you guys are
Well,
representing.
actually,
Izanagi.
this is a kimono. It's a traditional dress worn by the Japanese folk when they are into the Okayama culture.
All right,
You
fantastic.
need to breathe fire, dude. That's
Fantastic.
It's an
Okay, all the best to you guys. Now let's introduce your competitors, which is the team, the House of Osiris. So, Manjot and Puru, over to you.
Hey there, everyone.
Please switch on your videos. The
Sure
audience
thing.
wants to see you.
Well, we will show our faces. First of all, before showing our faces, you must know that we come here from Osiris's tomb, and we are here to raise hell for you guys, because we come from underworld. So here we are.
You really look like from the underworld, though.
Oh yes, we are from underworld, you know. So one thing is, everyone in every single debate does one thing. They keep it serious. So we're here to make it fun by our appearance, but serious from our words.
Manjot, what about you? We want to see your face, man.
I'm really sorry. I'm not able to turn the camera on. I'm continuously clicking on the video on my camera is working, but not here. I don't know why.
You can rejoin, dude.
Yeah, I'll try.
All right. The audience is upset.
How come audience is upset, dude? Like, is audience upset right now? Audience, come on, go ahead. Are you upset? No, I don't feel like. Mummy OP,
No,
there you
the
go.
audience ain't
Mummy
upset.
OP. Mummy OP, there you go. There you go. Go ahead, Mummy OP.
All right, Manjot, any luck this time?
No,
Is your
it's
video
not.
on?
so I'm not able to. I'm really, really sorry. Like, my camera is fine. It's working fine, but it's not working here on the web. I
Okay.
joined in with
So,
another account here this time.
all right, Manjot. I hope your debating skills will make up to your lack of video, and I hope the audience is fine with that. But we have to move on. So, as I was explaining, we're going to have 3, but maybe 1 extra round. So, the first round is going to be the standard format, which I've already explained. The second round is going to be called the Turncoat. Now, in the Turncoat, each person comes in. So, all 4 members will be participating in this round. They have to participate. Each member comes in. We will introduce a topic to that person, following which, let me switch on my video. Just give me a second. All right. So either me or Sankalp, we will use the word switch. All right. So when you are speaking on a particular motion, which means if you are for the motion, you continue to speak in that motion. But once you hear the word switch, you have to change the motion. Cool. Is that clear?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. The moderators and
Roger.
the chair, we can switch the motion as many times as possible, but you'll have a total of 5 minutes to speak. All right. Clear? Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
Clear.
The third round, or the final round, is going to be a tag team. Now, in the tag team, the format is similar to your first round, but the only difference being here, after you present your topic, so you will come in, you will present your for the motion or against the motion, whichever you're speaking. Following which, the other person, the other team, will do the rebuttal, or they will speak on the motion. And now, the second member gets to speak. So the first member no longer gets to speak. All right. So he or she cannot rebut the whatever the opposition's told. Is that clear? So it's going to be 1 and 1. The first member from one team, the first member from the second team, and now the first member from the first team cannot participate in the debate anymore. He has to pass on the baton and tag the second member. Clear?
Could you just explain one more in what way should we tag? Like it would be our own teammate or the opposite?
Okay, I'll give you an example. So I introduce a topic, say all people should be vegetarians.
Right.
I say you're for the motion, and I say Divyansh, start. So Divyansh, you're going to be member number 1. Following which you speak, and then what happens is say Puru is the member number 1 from the second team. Cool. So Divyansh, you speak for say 1.5 minutes, after which Puru speaks for 1.5 minutes. Now, whatever Puru has said against your argument or against what you have said in the beginning, you will not be able to counter that. That will only be able to be done by Kunal. Cool. So you're tagging him, and you won't be able to participate in that debate anymore. And once that is over, if Kunal counters what Puru has to say, Puru will no longer be able to counter what Kunal has to say, and it has to be done by Manjot. Cool. It's going to be in the Z fashion. Clear?
Yep.
All right. So are we ready to start?
All right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, guys. So let's start with the first round. I'm going to be introducing the topic. So team Izanagi starts. So can you tell me which member from your team or both members from the team actually going to be participating?
We both would be participating.
You both will be participating. All right. A total of 1.5 minutes. No, sorry, a total of 3 minutes. Sorry, a total of 3 minutes.
Yeah. So like the center call you would be providing us, or that would be our mutual
No,
understanding?
you will have to decide when you want to continue.
All
You
right,
guys
all
have to decide. You have a total of 3 minutes. In that time, you have to decide who wants to speak what. All right. So I'm announcing the first
So
topic.
like both of us can speak interconnectedly.
Yes,
we
but
can speak
that depends on
interconnectedly,
how
or
articulate you guys are. You have a total of 3 minutes, and you get to choose how you want to speak. Cool.
Okay,
So
fair.
the topic that we have for the first round is animals should have the same rights as humans. Cool.
Cool.
And I'm going to be announcing whether it's heads or tails. I want you guys to choose either heads or tails. So I'm actually going to be posting here who is for and against. So I've given a role for heads. Now what you guys need to do is tell me if you choose heads or tails.
Kunal, you can take the call.
I'll go for heads.
All right. So head stands for the motion.
All right.
So this means Team Izanagi, you guys are going to be for the motion which says that all animals should have the same rights as humans. Clear?
Yep.
All right. So your time starts now.
All right. So I would like to speak on the topic that animals should have the same rights as human. I'll tell you 4 reasons, major reasons that make a human a person known as human. First thing, we all do consist of feeling, and so do animals. They understand love, they understand care, they understand sadness, right? And second thing is what they protect us from the danger we are in as human, as an animal, whether it's our parents or is it our pet dog. Even when we are in danger, it's a human tendency that we for a person we love, we'll try to protect them at any cost, and so does an animal do. It saves our lives. There are so many dogs that have and so many big stories of dogs and cats and other animals that have been there on the net for so long, and they show that animals are loyal and they can protect their owners, and owners, or I must say their friends, that they always are there for and protect them. Plus I would say my last point, as they are much more faithful than humans compared to on the planet earth, where animals do not betray, but we see many of the human beings betray each other in be it anything, right? So now I would like my friend Kunal to go on with the topic.
I would say that animals do have feelings and they do understand this complex emotions. They do understand these sort of complex emotions which maybe humans cannot even understand. You can imagine dog being a faithful animal to a human because he understands the human is taking care of him. That's why we see these huge chunk of people having dogs as their pets and cats as their pets. So we can say that animals have these emotions and thus they should have rights. You see, animal violence has increased, multiplied, actually, I should say multiplied in the past few years. And I say they should have at least a certain number of rights, have the same rights as humans. Because they do have feelings and they can understand the human emotion, they can feel love, they are ready to give their lives for us. They are faith more, in fact, more faithful compared to humans, which people are facing. And there is no other way in which animals can be given. Yeah.
You have 1 more minute left.
Yeah. Okay. So they do have feelings, and what I can say is that they are more overpowered by humans, which is not a good thing. They should not be overpowered by humans. That is really bad. Okay, that is really bad. Animal violence is really bad. I recently saw a video of a woman who does not really like her dog and she cuts off one of his arms. That was really disgusting and that was brutal. I don't want anything like that to happen, and I don't think so anyone in the world wants that type of cruelty to happen to animals. And thus, it can only be achieved by giving them the same rights as humans.
Your time is up, Izanagi. Your time is up. Your time is up. That was a lot of valid points from your side. Now over to Team Osiris. Manjot, it's good to have you. It's good to have your video on. We're still curious what you guys exactly are, but more on that later. Your 3 minutes start now. You guys are going to be speaking against the topic, which says that animals should not be given the same amount of rights or do not deserve all the rights as humans. All right. And are you guys both going to be speaking on the topic, or is it just going to be one?
Well, I guess both of us can speak on the topic.
Fantastic. All right. So your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So first of all, I had to take my shades off because I wasn't able to see your face clearly. Okay. So are your topics, by the way. So are the facts that you made. One thing, humans are complex organisms. Okay. Animals do feel something, but humans have so many emotions on so many levels, and humans are intelligent, first of all. That is why we have human rights. And when I say human rights, I not only mean that we have right to be heard, okay, but one of the human right is also, if someone will murder me, my sister has the right to go ahead and make that guy be in jail. That is one of the rights that human has, to put other human in jail. If a lion kills me, will you put the lion in jail? Is that your point? What I'm trying to say here, What I'm trying to say here is, instead of saying that animals should have every single right that humans should have, you should be thinking to create new rights for animals, because they do not have as much intelligence that we have. And other than that, animals also kill each other, dude. Like, are you saying that we shouldn't be killing chicken? Are you a non-vegetarian, by the way? Could you answer me that, Kunal?
No.
You're not a non-vegetarian. That's where it comes from. You have got a lot of empathy for. See, the thing is, we are on top of the food chain. And that is the reason we are able to go ahead and capture other animals and kill other animals, every single animal. I rest my case here, and I believe Manjot can take it from there.
So yeah, but by saying that animals should have the equal rights as human has, do you mean like if we are killing an ant, so we should be put on we should have been killed, we should have given the death note by the judge? Do you are saying that? Are you saying that this kind of stuff? As my teammate Puru said, we are on the top of the animal food chain. This world's population is increasing day by day, and we have to have our food sources intact. How you guys are talking about that country? Yeah, animals should have a liberty to live their lives, but they can't have all the rights that humans have. Do you think animals could use all the rights that humans have? Do they have their brain intact like that? Like if you go on catching a lion for killing a deer, he will kill you instead of coming with you. Do you think that is a valid point, saying that animals should have the rights that which all the rights that humans have?
Yes. And I can counter every point that you are throwing on me.
I still do.
You're
Exactly.
saying that you can counter.
No interruptions. It's all. You have another 30 seconds left. Team Osiris. Izanagi, please.
You are saying that you can counter our every argument, but do you? I know it's where it is coming from. It's coming from your empathy from animals. I know. The thing is, we have to be logical with our decisions. It's simply illogical by the thing we say that animals should have the same right as humans have. It's simply illogical.
All right, your time is up. Manjot, there's a little bit of static. I think it's I don't know, the white color mustache that you have. You might have to put that sheet down, because there's a little bit of static when you're speaking on the mic. All right. Okay, cool. There was a lot of valid points. So now what you guys are going to be doing is you guys are going to get to go against each other. You'll have 3 minutes of debate time, where you can interrupt each other, go whatever mode you want to, Arnab Goswami style or any style that you want. You have 3 minutes of debate, starting in 3, 2, 1, now.
All right. I would like to put my point with Puru's point, which he told that humans are intelligent and animals are not, like compared to them. But if he says that animal kills animal, human also kills animal, there are lots of goon attacks that happen all around the world.
Let me give you a better example. Thousands of chickens killed every day.
Animal, which is like completely, you mean to say that you shouldn't have empathy for a living person. You just want to cut and eat it. Like, what sense does it make? And talking about the thing which you told that we are growing in
Would you
population.
sacrifice your life instead of a
No. Devyansh, I'm sorry to cut you off there, buddy.
From their home, and we should live there.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to cut you off there, buddy. I'm sorry. What I'm saying to you.
Place where you live, how would you feel living on the roads? You are not
Divyansh, again, when you are giving someone right, when you are giving a human right, when the constitution was formed, it was not formed on empathy. It was formed on facts. It was not formed on opinions. Okay, right now, Divyansh, I let you speak, right? I let you speak, right? Now I'll say something to you. Thousands of chickens are killed every day. What will you do about that, bro?
You don't have any valid
Exactly.
point
That is why
counter. Yeah, Kunal, what were you
they
saying?
have right. That is why
you
we
are
need to bring rights. There is no empathy. There's zero empathy for people. Okay.
Yeah.
There is zero
That's
empathy.
what I said.
What I'm
That's
telling
what I
you.
said. When you are
that
killing chicken, you do not have any
empathy,
empathy
that
because
is
you're
what
going
we
to
need
eat
to
it,
count on.
right? Kunal,
There is
Kunal,
empathy.
Kunal,
I am
Kunal,
a
Kunal.
vegetarian, and plus,
Hey,
I'll tell you this: you should watch
super cool,
this.
super
I
cool. I'm
won't
telling
stop.
you.
I won't stop like that.
I'm telling
You give
you.
me
I'm
something
telling
which should be
you.
resonating.
I'm telling
I don't
you. I'm
resonate
telling
with
you
you on
that.
that point exactly.
Super
I don't
cool.
resonate with you
I'll-
there.
Mhm.
I don't resonate with you at all, Puru.
Go ahead.
Listen, let me tell you this. There is this one thing which I can tell you, and that is the lack of empathy is the reason, is the very reason which you yourself pointed out, the lack of empathy.
Did I
That
said
is
lack
the
of
reason
empathy?
why
I'm saying
animals are.
no, Kunal. I said one thing very clearly that animals should have animal rights. Why?
So what?
Open,
Even we
open your,
social
open
animal,
your
what do you
ears,
mean
bro.
by
Open your
social
ears.
animal? What do
Animals
you
should
mean
not
by
have
social
every
animal?
single
Explain
right.
it. What do you
And-
mean by social animal, Puru?
What?
Are we social animals or not?
Oh, eventually we all are animals, dude. What are you
So
saying?
yeah, so we are also considered as an
Why
animal.
are we
Do you
having
think
this
animals
debate
have the
about
same kind of experience, the same kind of brain we have?
Thrown out of your
It's
house.
logical to bring them in our houses.
Lack of empathy.
Why are we
Logical.
having a debate about animal having different rights than human then? Because animals and humans are the same. That is the point that you just made, Divyansh, I'm sorry. And now let me tell you one thing.
He
The
just
reason
made
we are
that correct
different
point.
races-
They are skilled and therefore they
Oh,
have
yeah.
it.
And
You can't take
there is-
decisions on empathy in
Gotta
every.
have
It
the same
should be
rights.
logical in some sense.
Wait.
Yeah, situation.
Why they have to have the same rights?
Kunal,
You said that these are the animals. We
You
are
know what?
animals.
You guys
are
don't have
connecting animals and
coordination.
people. Okay.
All right, wait. My
You guys don't have
question is to
coordination.
Manjot, as of now, I want to
Have
ask him.
coordination, dude.
You
Have
live in
coordination.
a
That is a
house
personal jam.
or a
There you
building,
go.
I'm too old for
whatever
that.
you live in, right? Manjot? You live in a house or building, right? That's your ecosystem, isn't it? What if
All
an
right.
animal comes over and takes off your place? How would you feel?
Divyansh, isn't there a right which
How would you
says
feel?
that there
No, but-
there isn't a right which says we cannot cut the jungle. There isn't a right which says I cannot kill the tiger. Wow.
That if
All right,
Wow.
guys, time is up. Time is up.
But
time
you would
is up.
actually feel bad if that was happening.
Time is up. Time is up.
Exactly.
Time is up. Okay, fantastic. All right. One thing I noticed is that it's also important for you guys to get your voice heard. A lot of you were just mumbling, which not the audience, the entire audience didn't probably hear that. So, this comes into play too. But yeah, definitely a lot of valid points. But I know I have my winner here. So round one, but I'm not going to be announcing that for now. Now we will move on to the second round. Cool. So as we went before, second round is going to be the turncoat. Cool. Are you all clear on turncoat?
Yep.
Everything is clear. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sharing the 4 numbers, and I'm going to be sharing the topics. I want each of you to select any number between 1 to 4. Clear?
Right.
All right. Just give me a second. Let me just type it. Yeah, guys, you guys can start selecting your team. So, Divyansh, which number do you want to choose?
I would go with number 1.
Okay. And Puru?
I'll go with number 2.
All right. And Kunal?
Number 4.
Kunal? Number 4, and that makes Manjot number 3. So I'm going to be announcing what the topics
I
are.
said. Yeah.
All right. So number 1 is aliens.
Right.
Aliens exist. All
Okay.
right. So that is, I think, Divyansh. Divyansh, you're going to be speaking on the topic aliens exist. Number 2 is Puru, and you will be speaking on.
One request. I would like you to not disclose the topic because I guess they will have the time to think on it.
Oh, right. All right. Makes sense. Sorry. Good. Thanks for interrupting me. All right, Divyansh. So you have 5 minutes of speech. I will be interrupting you in between any time during that speech when I will say the word switch. Clear? And when I say switch, I want you to switch between the motion. So you will start with against the motion. All right.
Okay.
You're going to be speaking against the motion, which says that aliens do not exist.
Right.
Cool. The
Right.
time is 9:47 now, and your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
So there have been many says that aliens exist and all that, but I never agree to them. Why? Because there have been never seen a valid proof about alien existence. Even when we ask our government, when we cite a UFO or something, or we have a leaked video, I definitely think from coming from a VFX and animation background, I think that it's always integrated of CGI elements and making a video so that that person can gain some media attention or something or the other thing else. But I never yeah, so that's completely utter fake, which I do not support or even say that a person should do that in order to gain attention on the topic, like such things where aliens exist. And over that, the studies that scientists have done for the evolution of time, it is said that the evolution rate can be measured as a evolution of time is not found, hence possible alien existence outside Earth.
Switch, Divyan, switch.
All right. So studies also suggest that there have been there is a equation, scientific equation. I really don't know about the equation, but if you Google it, the existence of aliens outside the Earth equation, you will definitely find a big equation which definitely shows that there is a high possibility that
Switch,
aliens can
switch,
exist
switch,
out of
switch.
Earth. Sorry.
Switch.
All right. So there have been so these studies. I say that it is not valid because still we don't have proof, and everything that we believe comes with proof, not by theories. If there is sufficient proof, we will believe it. But till date, we haven't found any such proof of such alien existing. Did you say something? All right. So we haven't found anything such as alien existence that we can emphasize on or say on that, yeah, aliens exist or this have been seen or this have been done. It's all in movies, which is only sci-fi, nothing more than that. And I don't believe in the coming years.
Switch.
All right. So there have been sightings of UFOs which haven't been cleared by the government, like the lightning above New Jersey in 2001, which wasn't even cleared by the government that if it is a aeroplane going or was it due to some scientific experiment. But it was hence given that it was a phenomena that only an alien could do, which is out of science that we have still found out about. And there was one more such encounter with USS in 2004, which was with a fighter jet, and they came across a UFO which just passed by them, and they couldn't even detect it, but they saw it. They all saw it, and they couldn't even tell if it was a other prank or a setup done by any government. So it was declared as one of a UFO major sightings that have been found till now. And one of the major was in the International Airport of Saucer in 2006, where people literally saw big, like the Koi Melia ship over their heads, which they could see with a distance, but still there were no sufficient proof that the government was doing something, and the government did not even tell anything about that if it was a this or that. People literally found out, the scientists studied about it, and they declared it as a alien spaceship. One more thing that is a major thing that was till last year, that they would raid the perimeter of I forgot that area 91, where the existence of alien is supposed, and it is like guaranteed by many philosophers and theorists that the aliens are there, which US government is definitely hiding with us, so that we don't freak out or something. But yeah, but by such major evidences and such sightings of huge things, we can definitely say that aliens do exist. 5 minutes are over, right?
You have 1 more minute left. It started at 9:38.
Okay. I thought it was 7. Okay, so I would like to continue about it and giving some more proof about switch. Okay, so so again it comes to the theory again. Whatever points the other one of my said was all based on theory. There were no sufficient proof that were done or even were found, right? So like there is no actual proof that anyone can say that, or we have been visited to Mars and we haven't found a source of extra thing that can be proved as like, yeah, aliens exist in space or on moon or on Mars or nearby.
All right. Thank you, Divyansh. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Okay, that was a lot of fancy points. I'm not sure if our audience is convinced that, okay, they're saying that Elson looks sad. I'm not sad. No, I'm just thinking.
Yeah, Elson, I
Anyway,
wanted to ask you this question, right?
yeah.
Are you okay? You okay? Like everything's
I'm
fine?
good, man. I'm good. Just some lighting issue, that's it. But I'm good. All right, guys. So number 2 is Puru. And Puru, it looks like you have a lot of fan following on the YouTube chat.
Arre, thank you.
Everyone's,
I'm
waiting
having
to
a
hear what you want to
conversation
say.
with them as well. That is fine, no?
A lot of people are waiting to hear what you say. You are representing the entire House of Osiris. So you have a lot that is standing on your shoulders. Puru, I don't think I've released the topic. Your topic, so your topic that you've chosen number 2, and number 2 is okay. Number 2, the topic for you is peer pressure is a good thing, and you will be speaking for the topic. The time is 9:54. I think 9:54, 9:55. You have 5 minutes of speech, and I will get to interrupt you as many times as possible. Cool. Your time starts in 3, 2, 1 now.
All right. So first of all, when we are talking about peer pressure, we have to understand what peer pressure means, because we cannot actually say it is a good thing or bad thing without understanding what it is. So peer pressure is the pressure that we get from our immediate surroundings, from people who we are surrounded with. Okay. So now the cool part is the thing about peer pressure is what better example I can give you in front of you that you have experienced of peer pressure that made you a better person. And that example is Avalon Army. I was not the kind of person I am right now.
Switch, Puru. Switch.
All right. So the thing is, we all know when we talk about peer pressure. Now, when I'm talking about peer pressure right now, I know that every single person who come to know about this one word thinks about it in a negative way. That's for a reason. Because a person gets peer pressured in negative way more than in positive way. And I do not believe that peer pressure could be positive as much as it could be negative. Because when a person says me something, it actually makes me wonder if I'm wrong. A person bullies you more than they encourage you. And at the same time, let me give you one of the best examples that you can get, and you can understand that peer pressure is bad. Every single person, 95% of people.
Switch, Puru, switch.
Sure. So the point that I just made, that peer pressure is negative, the point that I just made before the switch was that the peer pressure is negative in most of the time. That is not true at all. The problem is we have commercialized the word peer pressure with negativity. Everywhere we see internet, everyone's talking about peer pressure is bad, peer pressure is bad, peer pressure is bad. The problem is when we are surrounded with the right people and when we are doing the right thing, even if I'm getting pressurized, if I'm doing the right thing and if I'm growing myself in a positive way, if my friends are adopting a dog from street and not buying one, and I'm getting pressured for them that I should be adopting a dog from street, that is a very, very positive thing. A dog is a dog eventually. So peer pressure is very much positive, and I believe that everyone should be surrounded with the right people who motivate them to go the right way, to follow the right path. What is that? That eventually, directly or indirectly, we are getting affected by them because they are doing something or they are telling us something. The words that I'm saying right now, it all came out of because of that thing only. I was pressured. I was, how do I say it? When I came to Avalon Army a month ago before the Discord thing happened, I'm here from a very long time, by the way. So when I came into Discord, I met super, super amazing people like all of you. And the pressure that I had to grow myself, to make myself better, within last 2 months, I started my design career. I said that in my pitch as well, by the way. I started my design career. I became a freelance graphic designer, mainly logos. I came from charging 500 to 15,000. And now I have started my own company called Raiden Labs. Very much inspired by Avalon Labs only, see the labs thing. And yeah, that is the thing. That's why I'm saying peer pressure is a great thing. And if you have surrounded yourself with the right people, like I had in 10th class in Avalon Army, who made me study. I got failed in 9th class, by the way. My friends were sitting with me, we were studying whole day, and they pressured me to study in right way. And that is why I'll say peer pressure is a great thing. It's on you, dude. It's on you. And other than that, the coolest part is, okay, let me, Elson, can I share a personal experience here right now? Elson, I'm asking you.
It's your 5 minutes. It's your 5 minutes. You can do whatever you want.
Super cool. I'm getting this in my mouth, by the way. Super cool. All right. So let me share a personal example to point out and to prove.
Switch, Puru, switch.
Yeah, to prove that peer pressure is not good in any way. Now, the cool part is when I was in 6th class, I joined a new school. I've been an introvert from the very childhood. And from I was in Chandigarh for 1 year and I came to Jaipur. And then the school that I joined, the kids didn't used to, resonate.
Switch.
Sure. So the thing is, I didn't used to resonate with the kids, right? I wasn't able to find what they were about. That kind of created a pressure on me to understand what they are about. That is why my communications are better now. I tried to communicate with them.
All right, Puru, thank you. Your time is up. Your time is up. Your 5 minutes are up. Okay. You took your time. Yeah, that's interesting. And you were well articulate in your speech. One tip that I have for you guys is that we don't expect you to actually counter yourself. We want you to counter the topic, and how smooth you transition between the topic is that's the trick of this game. So I'm not pointing fingers and telling who did what and what did who. Some of you did well. Some of you, can.
Let me get my net. Just hold on.
All
So
right,
did I do it right?
Kunal, are you ready? I think there's a little bit of a lag on your end, Kunal. Can you hear us, Kunal?
Yeah. Now I can.
All right.
Yeah. Am I audible, right?
All right. Yes, you are audible. All right. So this is going to be the last time that Team Izanagi, or in today's debate, whether Team Izanagi or Manjot will be participating in the Turncoat.
Okay.
Wait. 1 second. What was your number? Kunal, you chose 4, right?
4.
4.
Yeah.
Okay. And 4. Okay. So your topic, Kunal, is we are living in a dystopian society.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
All right. And you will be speaking for the topic. You'll be starting with for the topic, which means you're going to be saying, yes, we are living in a dystopian society. The time is 10:01 right now. Your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. So when saying against for and living in a dystopian society, just like Puru, I would like to define it first of all as to what is a dystopian society. A dystopian society is something which is followed up, a society which is followed up mostly after apocalyptic, after any sort of apocalypse. Okay. And after that, whenever there is such a society, what happens is that there is a totalitarian rule. And this totalitarian rule is actually prevalent in the society right now. You see, the crime rate is multiplying faster than ever, and the judicial system is not very intact. People think, and the government think, that democracy is the best possible form of government which is possible. But that isn't completely true. It is a better form of government, but not the best. And yet, the crime rate is multiplying faster than ever. Just like I previously mentioned, you can see everything going downhill. The government has been not able to actually help the poor. It has not yet been able to actually help the people who are underprivileged and get people above the poverty line. Create a society which is perfect. Okay. So that is what follows. Dystopian society has a very irregular sort of judicial system, a sense of severe injustice and severe suffering, which is not currently happening. So, what I would say is that yes, our society is actually a dystopian society. We are living in a dystopian society. You see the crime rates, you see the poverty line, you see the people surviving, you see this amidst this coronavirus pandemic, which you are seeing everything,
Switch,
and
Kunal,
people.
switch, Kunal.
So we're not actually living in a dystopian society, I would say, because of the advancement in technology and what we had like 50 years ago and what we have now. You can see we have actually reached to the stage where we can actually transplant hearts. You can actually make prosthetic limbs. We can actually create something which is out of the dust. We're making and we're advancing towards a more advanced human race. We're going into the tier 2 human race. This is not anywhere near dystopian, and that means that the lifespan is increased. Humans live longer, so no dystopia at all. People are civilized, they're more peaceful. We don't have wars anymore. There are little wars, but they always end in a truce, which is not in the case of a dystopian society where people constantly face the sense of injustice. That is not prevalent in the society currently. Everybody comes.
Switch.
It is it is a dystopian society, and what I would say is that people, though they are civilized, they are still into this danga fasad kind of thing. Every day there are riots. Every day there is a Hindu Muslim debate. Every day there is someone out there who's actually bombing people, who's actually disturbing, who's actually disrupting the peace which people have. There are so many things which I can describe right now. And I'll begin with the very first thing, which is the kind of women centered crimes. That is not something which has ever been taught in human history. The way girls and the women's society they are treated, that is not the way which should be at all. Like I'll tell you, lifespan has increased, but the mental thinking ability of people, that always remains downwards. People are watching TikTok instead of learning about new things.
Switch.
People do not want to evolve.
Switch.
I Okay, so this is not a dystopian society at all, and that I can prove by this first point of mine, and which is the government is constantly coming up with these new efforts, new startup trends, new funding projects, and the people are enjoying a sense of freedom. They have this freedom of speech, they have this freedom of content,